What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Benefit Central here with another quick market update video for you guys. I'm Benjamin, and today Bitcoin in the S&P charts. But before I get right into the market, please leave a like, drop a comment, and if you could subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Everybody, honestly, the market is reacting exactly how we anticipated, not necessarily how we wanted it to. However, it is reacting how we anticipated. Obviously coming down with a correction, now almost forming a GBI like I had anticipated for weeks. Now obviously once again forming this GBI like we had stated that it could form above here, now forming another one that I have stated for the past few days. Just trying to get this out of there, or at least close above 1600, or at least close inside of a doji like we are attempting. That way then we can see an RBI of some sort, not a hook back down. This was almost a continuation, and then almost a continuation. I mean, we still have today, and it's almost, I'd say, 4 hours, 5 hours until we can see a good close. However, we are correcting much lower. If we do not, and we fail to bottom out right here, almost a triple bottom, as you can see, if we fail to triple bottom right here and bottom out, then I do anticipate that we will continue to see more lows. And the last time we had a GBI, especially something of this strength, we should see us go pretty far back down, especially for the daily. The next support realistically for TP is here at around 1376. If you want to continue, the next close is around here, 1328. If you want to continue, it can hit this one at 1253. If you want to continue, it can hit that wick and that close and the close of the next one at around 1192, so almost 1200. And then if you really want to continue, if we're really bearish, which I don't think this candle could really do that just because of how oversold we are, but then initially we would see $1,000 price target for Ethereum again, which isn't the greatest news. However, it is very it is a high possibility just because of this almost head and shoulders pattern that we're getting right here. If we do get one more bump up right here, we definitely, and we get rejected, we definitely might have a bit of a fall again, at least just back down to support where I said. And if we can't seem to hold this support, then we definitely will continue to fall lower. However, just taking a look at the weekly, just to show you guys what we're coming in contact with right now, we did for the weekly, however, end up with a bear 180, as well as this weekly looking like it is attempting to come back down. Nothing bullish for the weekly as of yet, unless somehow we were to form a double bottom like we almost have. Let's see if we have, honestly. Not just quite, damn near, but we could end up reversing and then swallowing this, creating a bull 180. However, that is more unlikely than anything, just because of the momentum we're getting pushed down from our 20 moving average, and then as well as our 200 moving average being below. It seems like it kind of just wants to come back and touch it again, or even possibly break it for a possible breakdown, or maybe possibly, hopefully, a W with a higher low on this second touchback of retrace of the 200 moving averages. However, taking a look at the monthly, you can see that we still have that exact same pattern that I'm a bit afraid of. It could be another bear 180 that's coming all the way down, but except that would be for the monthly, so we would see some pretty intense prices come back down. Honestly, I mean, if we break this, if we break that, that's TP. And if we break that, the wick is TP. If we break the wick, then that's TP. It's honestly low prices, 750, 600 for Ethereum, if we were to complete that. However, I don't think we should end up completing that bear 180 for the Ethereum or crypto market. Just too many catalysts and too many things that could be affecting us bullish. And I do anticipate that we close this. If we do come back down, I mean, we might for the monthly come back down and I mean wick to 1197, no, which 1200. I mean, it is very possible. And if we do, then I do anticipate that that we should find some sort of support around our 50 moving average, and then attempt to continue bullish or form an RBI or doji for the next month coming, to either find some support on that and then bounce up and make an RBI as well, meaning that this was our dip, bottom, and then ripping, continuing the bullish formation like everyone's been saying for September. However, it is just looking a bit harsher the more the market continues and opens, honestly. Nothing but crazy data being released and trying to form and trying to honestly hold on certain levels. We do still have one of our longs in set. We did short, make money off the short when it started shorting. However, we do still have our long set in, I believe, at around 630. So I mean, we are down a chunk. However, we still are anticipating that this is pretty damn close to the bottom and that we aren't going to find a newer bottom. However, if we continue much lower, I will have to liquidate that trade, unfortunately, and probably join the shorting on the way back down just to catch up and get some profits back from that. However, looking in on the daily, you can see that we are struggling to hold above this I'd say 50 moving average, excuse me, just because we were testing this so many times. If we do end up closing below that, and which we've shown that we've made enough momentum to get below that, and we end up closing to the downside, we should, I mean, we have a few hours, but we should anticipate that we end up, if we can't hold this for the next few and try to come back up and touch 1600, I do anticipate that we are going to head much lower, as this will end up bearishly crossing, and as well as this being a GBI, that should end up pushing us pretty damn low for the market. However, I'm not really anticipating this just as of yet. As soon as we get a close below, and that is the confirmation, excuse me, of a GBI. Right now it is battling our 50 moving average on the daily. So, I mean, we have respected this a few times. 1, 2, 3 times before on the 20 moving average. However, touching on the 50, we've respected it a little bit. Nothing too crazy though. Usually when we do touch it, we end up breaking bearish, so it is not good just because of the way we're flipped. But it is definitely not good. We've respected it once or twice there. It is just an interesting indicator. Usually when we are coming down here, we are coming to break through it. So it is a very interesting position that the market is in currently. Hopefully closing out strong out of this, but as of right now, we are seeing a battle of bulls and bears compete for the highs that they just honestly put back in. And if you guys want to go ahead and see what I'm talking about, honestly, from this low to this high that we just put in, 50% is honestly right around where we are. So right around our 50 moving average. So honestly, we did from our dip, or not our dip, from our rip, we did just go a total of 50%. And then now, with our 50% retracement, we can either hit 61%, making this more bearish. And if we don't flip after that, then obviously we're going to go back to our support. However, because we flipped bearish and then ended up coming back down, and then now are trying to find support, we should anticipate that we find support, just because every pullback of a pump is 50%. And that usually, if it can close out there, that usually means that it's extremely healthy and will continue bullish. So we do just have a bit of things to hope for towards for this week that's coming, excuse me, just because we have a lot of interesting closings and interesting movements happening right now inside the market. So it is getting pretty hectic, if I would say. Just got a bearish cross on the hourly, trying to push this back down further. However, let's go in and take a look at the S&P 500 open today at 9:30. Obviously continuing its bearish momentum, probably leading half the market. However, finding its 20 moving average, wondering if we are strong enough to hold support around here, or if we aren't, we are definitely going to correct much lower, either forming another support here or all the way back down, which would be insane. But if we don't find support here, then I am honestly anticipating that the market is going to curve bearish, and we're going to see a lot more bearish continuation, just because this is our downtrend, like I've said multiple times. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like to listen, including myself from time to time. I do long and do crazy calls from time to time, but only for reasonable reasons, obviously. But diving into the S&P 500 charts on the daily, you can see that we still are in this downtrend, and honestly, it isn't looking good the way we rejected. The way we rejected off of that was insane. There was nothing to hold us besides our 20 moving average as of right now, and it is a bullish cross. So I mean, yes, that is amazing. However, we are overbought and we must come back down. So it is going to be a little interesting week coming as of this week that we have. just because of our bullish pump. I mean, we could check the Fibonacci retracement on here as well, but this time I would say it would be from there to there. Let's see, 50% is our 50 moving average. That is not good, because that will bring the market extremely low. But let's say we do it from here. That doesn't really change anything. 50 is still technically there. So realistically, for a healthy pullback, we still have a bit more to go. And if we do more than 50%, then do anticipate that our downtrend that we're still in is still active and strong, and we are getting rejected and should see us most likely create in the lower low for the S&P 500 if we can't find support anywhere else. Just because of patterns, obviously. Came up, tapped it, fell, tried to, fell, came up, tapped it. It's twice of tapping the same line now. Usually when you tap the same resistance over and over and over, it gets weaker. However, this is realistically only our second time it's been strong, multiple times. Well, no, it's our third time now, 1, 2, 3. And we tried several times to come back and touch it, but just got rejected heavily off of our other indicators and probably events that were happening inside the market. However, looking at this now, you can tell that we are anticipating a drop. And if we don't get this drop, then of course, let's say 50% around our 50 moving average, we definitely will get a bit of a swing back up, possibly a V recovery. I like to see those as well. They almost look like a goat, like a ram's face. Horns on this side of face and then horns on this side, and usually that'll break bullish. So I mean, that would be nice to see as well as almost a double bottom right here. That would have been great. We did have our triple bottom. I keep calling this a double, but it's a triple, which is technically even better. But it is just very bizarre that we are coming back down so aggressively. Honestly, I would have anticipated that we consolidated a bit out at least above at this level just to reset what's going on. But again, the market wants to flush people out, get people out, wick people out, make some money. Obviously, everybody's trying to make money. So do just be careful, because we do have a lot of area and room to come back down and retrace back in the market. So longs are a bit scared, bears kind of flooding back in with momentum, so just do be careful, because it can be a bear trap as well very easily. But taking a look at the king, obviously Bitcoin, just looking at everything it's doing, we still have that formation to push us lower, which I don't like. We still are in our bear trend, and our consolidation hasn't really been playing out too well for us, or helping too well. It's actually been scaring a lot more people than anything, and the longer we hold this, the more likely we are to drop, so it's just not good. However, we could have, put our support like this and it still technically could work. However, most people were saying that this is more accurate, and I believe so. We came back more for more touches and then broke bearish. So I mean, I will leave this for you guys just to see what we got, what we can do. However, most likely we will come up for that retest and get rejected and push much further lower, just based off of the formations that we're finding right now, unless we can get enough momentum, honestly, to push back up, and because of how oversold we are. But as of the news, I'm not anticipating too much bullish momentum just until proven otherwise. We do have a cross that is pushing, trying to go bearish. If we get enough bullish momentum and it squeezes right now from all the shorts that are in the air, we could get a short squeeze, and it would be a buying squeeze though. And we would see that it would go all the way up and then making this bullish and avoiding that bearish cross. I've seen this happen as well. We did get this bullish cross now, trying to attempt to go bearish. It is just very interesting and a scary position to be in the markets as of right now. So do please just be careful. Today is Monday, and we will be getting swapping fees throughout Monday and Friday between 5 to 6 when the market and dailies close and open. So do be careful on that. But other than that, everybody, that was just another quick market update video for you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.